What's up, guys? I'm JJ,
I'm Javier.
and this is PM Football.
Training camp is officially here. We go to practice tomorrow. At least the majority of the teams go to practice tomorrow, if not all.
Everybody showed up today.
Yep.
It's the first day before school, or it's the day before school.
Yeah. It's a very exciting time. We both worked in football at the collegiate level. You remember this feeling of just preparing for a long and gruesome training camp, but it's also a very exciting time of year right now.
The excitement of seeing the new players that you know are coming in.
It's like a new year.
Seeing how these guys are going to develop in their second years, third years. What? Fourth year?
Yeah. So we actually did a video just like this for the Commanders, though.
If you're a Bills fan, I don't know how much you want to watch it, but go ahead and feel
give
free.
it a shot. Give it a shot. Why not? Why we take all support. But we're gonna be talking about the Bills training camp for this video from a fan's perspective and a non-fan's perspective. Have some questions, just kind of pick the brain of a Bills fan, see what he thinks about the top storylines going on in Bills training camp this year.
Yep, let's get into it.
Let's start with the James Cook situation. What's going on there?
We just, like you said, did the Commanders one.
Yeah.
We talked about Terry to a length of extent. Like we
maybe
went
longer than we should have, but
now
I had a lot to read.
Would I have been like that months ago? Probably, but there's reports that have come out. He's there. He's at camp.
It's better than Terry.
They said he's going to play, even if he doesn't have a new contract. In my opinion, I don't think we get a contract done with him. That's completely my opinion. Would I like to have a contract done with him? Yes, he's been a very good piece to this offense. Has really turned into a great running back that can run the ball, catch the ball. That was the biggest issue with him that me as a Bills fan had. Like, he would drop a lot of passes.
Yeah.
Especially
his rookie year.
Last year, he didn't do it. And he was a very consistent receiver for us and a very consistent piece into Josh's development from years prior. He was a guy that you could actually dump the ball off to now. Now, I don't know if it was more so the worry of that he was going to drop the ball and that's why he didn't do it. It could be. I don't know if that's necessarily the case. But the fact that he's able to do it now, keeping a guy around like that can do that for you, why not? It's just, we're not giving you $20 million a year.
I was about to say, so if you're the GM, how much are you giving him total as a contract? How many are you giving him per year and for how many years?
So I think the rumors going around right now are that we're at somewhere around 13, maybe pushing 15.
I'm going to be honest, since my team specifically doesn't necessarily have a running back that we're looking to like desperately pay, I'm not too familiar with the current running back market. I don't know why I can't speak. The current running back market. So on like what would like a higher end per year running back get?
For perspective.
Yes.
Pretty sure the top 3 right now in the running back market are Saquon.
Yeah.
I want to say it's Jonathan Taylor or Christian McCaffrey.
I would not be surprised.
It's one of those two, and it's in whatever order. It's 2 or 3. They're 2 or 3.
Yeah.
I know McCaffrey's making over $20 million. I think he's at 20.5, and I want to say Saquon's at 22.
I think Saquon's at 22.5 a year, something like that. Could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's around there.
I'm not touching that much.
Look.
But the fact
I think you'd be insane for asking for Saquon.
The fact that he came in to the offseason off the bat and said, I want $20 million a year. That's where everybody kind of put up their red flags, and we're like, all right,
simmer down.
What?
Simmer down.
Like, we know you just had a great season for us.
Yeah.
We're a big impact to that offense. Again, I've said he's a big impact to why Josh took that next step. But when you got a guy behind him like Ray Davis, who also looked really good in the times that he was playing last year.
Like him a lot.
And we re-signed Ty Johnson, who might even be a better receiver than James Cook. The couple of catches that he had last year were big-time plays.
Yeah.
Ty Johnson can very much so fill that void in the receiving game, and maybe Ray Davis takes that step and can fill that void in the run game.
Yeah.
So it's not like we don't have anything behind him. Now, again, would I love to have him on this team? 100%. Is it worth keeping him for that much money, though? Even if it's 15. I think 15's
I
pushing
was
it.
like, really? You think 15's pushing that?
15 million's a lot of money for a running back.
I was literally about to say 20 million's very steep. That's a little too much to ask for. And again, I'm not as familiar with the running back market just because my team isn't in that
Yeah.
row of like we're looking to pay a running back that kind of money.
I'm also in the camp of I don't even think you need to pay a running back.
I agree. I'm completely with you there.
Especially like I've said, if we were going into this season and it was James Cook and then we had like Austin Eckler behind him. No offense.
No, I get.
But
Austin
if
Eckler's like 32 or something, I get it.
If Austin Eckler's our only other guy back there, and then we have to go into the next offseason of now we got to fill two positions because we need an RB1 and an RB2 because Eckler isn't even really a good RB2 anymore, to be completely honest with you.
No, he's a solid RB2. He's a solid RB2.
He's the definition of a change of pace because he can't run
He made All Pro last year.
as a returner.
You gotta have some sort of speed to look. And I'm not even saying he's fast.
No, you don't.
This is supposed to be a
I know, but
Commanders video.
it's just a
You need to put more respect on Austin Eckler's name. Is he what he used to be? No, not really that close. Put some respect on Austin Eckler's name as a running back.
sure.
too.
You're right. It's James Cook. I'm not willing to pay over $15 million for James Cook.
Okay.
If that's the thing that needs to happen for him to stay on the team, thank you for playing with us, but we're going different
And you brought
directions.
up a really good point. What was he? A 4th round pick?
He was a second-round pick.
He was a 2nd round pick.
Late second.
I'm tweaking then. Never mind.
Yep.
That doesn't go towards the point. Was about me. I was about to say because I could swear he was a 4th round pick. That's
Second.
on me. But kind of to what you were saying and what I agree with, I think one of the more replaceable positions, unless you're like a Saquon, like obviously
Yeah.
if you're up there,
But
you're not as replaceable. But
I will say,
one of the more replaceable positions is the running back position.
and like you were just mentioning Saquon, as much as I love Saquon, and Saquon is obviously the best running back in the NFL,
Yes.
very easily so.
Yes.
He's also on the team with the best offensive line in
Yes.
the league. I think if you put in a lot of running backs in that position, Brian
Robinson goes for at least 1K.
Not saying
behind the
that they
offensive
go
line.
for 20, 100 yards or whatever
Brian
he just
Robinson
did.
reaches at least 1K. With
I'm
that
telling you,
offensive line.
James Cook might
Yes.
be able to do
like
that.
1,500. Yes.
He might be pushing 18.
We'll see.
He
Yeah,
had,
no,
he had
but I
18
agree with you.
touchdowns for us this year.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, no, I agree. Like, Saquon's the best running back in the league, but with that offensive line, you upgrade a lot of running backs games.
and don't sleep on our O line. Our O line's
no,
good.
it's solid. It's
That's
very
what I
good.
mean. Like,
Yeah.
we just get a guy with fresher legs in there next year. Like,
Yeah.
sure,
Yeah, no.
take it.
For sure.
Especially, I like this upcoming running back class. Getting a little too far ahead of
Yeah.
myself, but
Which
this running back
stay
class
with
looks
us
good
throughout this season and going into next offseason. We will cover that plenty.
for sure.
We're staying on the offensive side of the ball. We're going to talk about your receiving room. Has gotten a lot of criticism from some fans, a lot of people who are not fans. What is the current situation in your wide receiver room, and what will it look like?
So taking a step back, looking at last year. Last year was our first year without Stephon Diggs.
Yes.
We were all kind of wondering, what does this receiving room look like without Stephon Diggs? We didn't have Gabe Davis anymore. We were pretty much starting from scratch.
A lot of people, including me, were doubting your receiving room significantly.
And for very good reason.
Yeah.
I was one of them. We draft Keon Coleman
Yeah.
in the
Which I liked a lot, and I still do.
beginning of the second. I think a lot of people get confused about that and don't remember, but we didn't take him in the first. He was a second-round pick.
Yeah.
He was the first pick in the second.
Yeah.
So, Keon really needs to take that big step this year. Secondly, we had Mac Hollins last year, who no one really saw coming. Like, we were like, cool, we signed Mac Hollins. He's going to come in there, be a special teams guy for us. Then we trade for Amari Cooper halfway through the season. He never gets involved into the offense whatsoever and really was a non-factor for them. And then we move on to this offseason. We lose Mac Hollins, who I thought we were going to re-sign. I'll be completely honest. And then we sign Josh Palmer. Again, we've had conversations on here about a Josh Palmer. I'm not sitting here saying that he is going to come out there and be Stephon Diggs. Like, I'm really not. But he is a massive addition over Mac Hollins.
He's better than Mac Hollins. I'll give you that.
He's a lot better than Mac Hollins.
He's better than Mac Hollins.
And then we get like, I want to say it was almost the end of May, beginning of June. We signed Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here saying again, we're plucking at whatever we can as a Bills fan.
Plucking is plucking
Doesn't
is the right
really
word.
have
Much in that room.
much receiving help.
Yeah.
Elijah Moore has never played with a quarterback like Josh.
I would say, to be fair, and I will do something I rarely do, and I will defend you here. You don't necessarily need the big name receivers when you have 17 at quarterback.
Yeah.
So I agree that, and I even said I respect Brandon Beane a lot for really defending how he approached the offseason with not getting a big name receiver, because it worked last year.
Mhm.
Like, you guys didn't make it to the Super Bowl not because of your receiving weapons. It was because of the defense. Like, the receiving weapons, although it doesn't have a true number one, that's not the reason why you guys didn't go all the way.
Yeah.
Like, the receiving room didn't necessarily hurt you guys last year.
And again, I think going back to James Cook, it helps that we have that run game there in place, and it kind of takes stress off of what we have with the receiving room. Now, we're going to lump in tight ends into this because we do use tight ends a lot in this system. Dalton Kincaid needs to step up. Like, he really does.
Yes.
He hasn't really done much.
No.
Every Bills fan is kind of just like, all right, like, what are you going to be good? Like, you've shown flashes, but that's literally it. You haven't had a breakout game or.
Yeah, there hasn't been remember that Dalton Kincaid game.
Never.
Remember that Dalton Kincaid drive. Like, there hasn't been one.
There's a play here or there.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, no, he can play.
But then he does something to be like.
When your biggest, like, positive coming out as a prospect is that you catch every football that is thrown your way, and then you come into the league and you're dropping footballs.
Big issue.
That's a terrible issue.
Big issue.
Really need that next step from Dalton Kincaid. But overall, as a receiving room, I'm intrigued. That's about as far as I can go. We need to see how it plays out. I can only be positive about it because, like you mentioned, last year, if you would have said we had the worst receiving core in the league before the season started, I might have agreed with you. So I think we're better than worst in the league right now.
Well, we're really banking on Keon taking that step, which I think he will. Because, again, I liked him a lot throughout the draft process. I think he will take that next step. I don't know. We'll the guys you need to develop, including Kincaid, like, those guys just really need to develop into more. Like, they need to do more than what they've shown.
Yeah.
And I definitely think if I had to bet, I'm going to be honest, if I had to bet, I think Keon is one of those guys that will take that step this year. I don't think he'll necessarily be like a true wide receiver, like an, oh my God, we have to game plan for Keon Coleman. But I think he will earn a lot more respect than what's given to him right now.
I'll be completely honest with you. If I had a gun to my head and I had to tell you what receiver I think will have the best season out of our receivers next year, it's Elijah Moore.
Really?
And I know it's crazy because he was
that's a
the
little
latest addition to this roster,
That is
and
a
he's
little
only on a
crazy.
1-year contract. But from the reports that I've heard from minicamp and everything, he has really come in there, built a great rapport with Josh, and he is grateful for this opportunity because again, I've mentioned he's never played with a quarterback that can do this.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you. This was, 4 years ago at this point? I was a big Elijah Moore fan in college.
I liked him. Yeah, I liked him.
I loved the ability of him being able to separate with his route running, and I just thought he was a very, very good player at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
And then the Jets draft him and didn't do anything there. And then he goes to the Browns last year. He's like 60 catches. No one knows that. Like, he had 60 catches for them last year. Yeah. So, I mean, let's see how it looks.
Yeah.
And we still got Khalil Shakir. I didn't even mention Khalil Shakir.
He's a very solid receiver.
Like, those 4 guys right there, and I'll throw in Kincaid, so 5 guys. I think that it's a very playable wide receiver core especially from what we had last year.
I feel you. I respect that. We're going to move on to the defensive side of the ball. Who is going to be the cornerback two for the Buffalo Bills?
All right. I'm not going to say we've gone viral, but the biggest clip that we have from a couple videos ago was me.
Thank you for our
Yeah.
supporters. We're starting to get a little love/hate
Yeah.
on TikTok, but we appreciate it all. But continue.
My love for Tre'Davious White, it will always be
that
there.
video did do pretty well, didn't it?
My love for Tre'Davious White will always be there. It will always be there for Bills fans.
That video did do pretty well.
They know how much Tre'Davious White means to this offense, and he was one of the founding pieces to this team to make its first playoff appearance in 17 years.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys. He's a Terry for you guys.
In a different way, yeah.
But to that point, we signed him back this year, and we drafted Max Hairston in the first round with the expectations that he takes over that cornerback 2 role.
Mm-hmm.
Now, move back 3 years ago. We're in the same spot we're in, except Tre'Davious White was the number 1 corner at that point, and now it's Christian Benford. Going back, though, you have Tre'Davious White, you draft Kyrie Elam in the first round, and then you take Christian Benford in the 6th round. If you would have told any of the Bills fans going into that season, Christian Benford's beating out Kyrie Elam for that cornerback 2 spot, we would be sick to our stomach. I'm not saying it's going to happen again, but from the reports that have come from minicamp and some players that have talked about the other corners on this team, they've been saying that Porter, what's his name? Strong. Dorian Strong, the corner from Virginia Tech, has been kind of outplaying Max Hairston. So I'm not saying
It just
that
repeats
history
itself.
is going to repeat itself.
Oh, it might. History tends
But-
to repeat itself.
Hey, if we can get a Christian Benford out of this again and have 2 Christian Benfords, I'm all for it.
But then at that point, you got to tell your GM, stop drafting corners. No
That's
matter
the
what,
thing.
do not draft a corner.
Brandon Beane is the funniest GM out there. He can't draft in the first round, and as soon as it ends, he
Magic.
drafts Hall of Famers.
Magic.
The best first round pick he's ever had was Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Maybe
Which
his
you guys
only,
didn't even like.
Maybe his only good pick.
Bills fans didn't even like him.
But yeah, I'm not saying it's gonna repeat itself, but it might. Again, though, it's a little different. We didn't have a Tre'Davious White that season that was coming in there to be that number 2 guy. So maybe Trey wins it. I wouldn't be mad if he wins it just to start it, and then you kind of let Max and Strong battle it throughout the season. You would love to see Hairston just blow everybody out the water and be that number 1 guy and be that corner 2, obvious choice for corner 2. I don't know if it's going to happen, though. Again, I hope it does.
I mean, no matter what, Maxwell Harrison has to be the number 2. There's just no way.
I don't agree, though.
There's no way you could roll out there with Dorian Strong ahead of Maxwell Harrison on week 1. You just can't.
Well, so that's exactly what happened. None of the Bills fans even knew that it was happening. And then week 1 of that season, I think it's like a Sunday night football game. They were doing the intros. They didn't even have Benford's face and stuff ready for it. And they were like, "Oh yeah, this guy Christian Benford starting a corner for them." And we're just like, "Wait, what? Where's Kyrie Elam? Is he hurt?" And they're like, "No, he was a healthy scratch." We're like, "Oh no!" So
you know what this means.
he can't draft in the first.
It means Maxwell Harrison's about to be a bust.
No, I'm holding out hope.
Everything
I'm holding
you're
out
laying
hope.
out is literally leading directly to
I'm
Maxwell
holding-
Harrison's going to be a bust.
I'm holding out
Which
hope.
I hope he's not. Seems like a very...
Yes.
Even though I don't want to bring it up, but we're kind of talking about it. There has been some reports just from the things I've seen of him and heard of him. Of course, I don't know the guy. A little hard to believe because he seems like a very genuine, very cool and nice dude. Very great attitude. So I'm really hoping the reports aren't true. But I don't know. Just the way everything's lining up from what you're saying and things are coming out.
Again, this is just me being
And it's not looking
a
good
Debbie
so
Downer
far,
as a
man.
Bills fan because we have done nothing but not do good in the first round. So what am I supposed to expect? That this guy's just going to
Fair
come in and be
point.
an all-star for us?
You sound like me prior to last season with the Commanders. Like no matter what we did, I was like, let's just be real. Like we're like this is what it's gonna be because this is what they've always shown us.
Yeah. Again, I hope I'm wrong, but Dorian Strong just kind of seems like, even from just like looking at them on the field,
Yeah,
Strong looks like the
A
first
lot
rounder.
better.
He looks like the
looks
first
a lot
rounder.
better than Maxwell Harrison.
So, I mean, hope the speed is there.
Yeah,
Let's hope that can translate it into some good
special
football.
teams. Why not? Put 'em on
Yeah,
special
let's have a
teams.
first rounder be our special team.
I mean, you gotta add value somewhere, man.
Yeah, Kyrie Elam couldn't do it, so maybe.
We're
But,
gonna stay-
yeah.
Oh, do you have anything to add?
No, again, I hope it's Harrison. Expectations is it's Trey White to start the season. Harrison takes over by week 4 or 5, or it's Strong. Strong takes over by 4 or 5.
That would be a nightmare if I was a Bills fan.
It's happened to us already.
That's awful.
But
That's so bad.
like I said,
That's so bad.
that 6th rounder has turned into an all-star. So
fair.
maybe we do it again.
However, could have had 2 All-Stars.
Yes. Yes. We do though. We have Taron Johnson, who's one of the best slots in the NFL.
I'll give you that. We're going to stay on the defensive side of the ball. I have a question. Do you think you guys did enough defensively in the offseason, specifically on that defensive line?
So, did we do enough? To answer that question, yes. We did about everything we could possibly do. I think we added around 17 players this offseason, draft and free agency, probably more.
Yeah.
I would say 80% of those guys are on the defense, and maybe 40% of them are on the defensive line.
Take notes. I don't want to rip on Adam Peters, and I'm sorry to make this about the Commanders, but like, we need defense, dude.
Yeah.
But continue.
No, like we've kind of been in that same boat though. We've been waiting for Bean to just say, "Hey, you know what? The guys we got in there aren't good enough. Let's just reset." That's what they've tried to do this offseason. Hopefully it's enough. You bring in a veteran piece like Bosa. I know you're hating on you hate on Bosa. He can't stay healthy. It's as simple as
He's
that.
already hurt.
He showed up and he was hurt
Nothing's
already.
happened, and he's already hurt.
Although I will
Like,
say, I don't think that issue was anything. Like, I think that was more of a precautionary. Let's hold him out. Like, if they played tomorrow when he had gotten hurt, he would have played. But,
Are
again,
you
it's
really
not a good
trying
look.
to talk yourself into this?
No, I'm just saying I don't think it was as big of an issue as it was first reported as. It's Joey Bosa, one of the most injury-prone players in the entire league.
Yes.
So the first initial thought is, oh, well, his season's over. Or he's going to play 5 games.
Which
Could it still happen? Yes.
guarantee he's playing under 10 games. Guaranteed.
I mean,
Guaranteed he's
I
playing
hope
under
not.
10 games.
I really hope not, but I can't disagree with you just because he hasn't.
Yeah.
So let's see if he can do it. If we can get 75% of what Joey Bosa used to be,
Oh, then
let's go.
yeah,
We'll
yeah,
take that
of
every day.
course.
And then not even Joey Bosa, we go and we sign Ogunjobi and Michael Hoyt, who just happened to both get suspended for PEDs. They're out the first 6 weeks. So by the time they're ready to play, Bosa will be out with an injury.
Yes.
So the good news is if we have reinforcements, the only thing is that they play different positions.
Yeah.
So then, hopefully by week 6, when Bosa inevitably gets hurt, Landon Jackson's ready to step in and be that guy that we drafted in the 3rd round. And to name all of them, 2nd round we took T.J. Sanders. We've gone over Max Harrison. I'm not going to keep going over that.
Yeah.
T.J. Sanders in the
Who
second.
I like TJ Sanders.
I do
a lot.
too. I just was a little bit confused when they drafted him, and we more so needed a nose instead of that 3-tech type because we got that with Ed. I'm not saying Ed's any world beater, but he's a good enough starter in the league.
But you at least got that size now at the 3-tech with TJ
Yeah.
Sanders.
But it was just a little bit of a head scratcher because we were kind of thinking they were going to go for a big boy and kind of fill that Daquan Jones role because, bless you,
Thank you.
Daquan Jones, he's been solid. He's not anything special, but he's good enough to play. But you can definitely improve on that. Like, we thought that it was going to be that type of a role, but he's basically going to be the 3rd D tackle this year. And then day 3 hits and we trade up for Deion Walker,
Yeah.
I'm cautiously having high expectations for him. If that back's okay, if his back's okay, we might hit a home run in the 4th round. Do you agree or no?
Yeah, I mean, there's potential there, but back injuries are pretty
Especially for a guy that's
serious
6'8".
injuries. So, like, again, like, you have to be cautious about it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. And then, like I mentioned, Landon Jackson on the edge. So we added like 7 pieces to that D-line.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I just can't be anything but cautiously optimistic about what this D-line room could look like, especially with what it looked like last year. It wasn't great. We kind of had a career breakout for Greg, but that was about it. Like, there really wasn't much. Vaughn was a nothing piece. Ed was Ed. Like, he'll get you a sack every now and then. Daquan's just a run stopper. Gets you 2 sacks a season. So hopefully, Deion, TJ, Landon, Hoyt, Ogunjobi, Bosa. Hopefully,
Someone has to stick.
Someone.
Someone has to stick.
Yeah. So I'm optimistic.
That's good.
I think that we did enough, and that's specifically D-line. Corners, we talked about the
Yeah.
corners already. Linebackers, we're still solid there. We got Milano and Bernard. Safety, that's where the things can get interesting.
Damar Hamlin.
So
go.
I know you have your 5th question, which is breakout players, and I'll
Yes.
tie this in
Perfect.
to what I was
Who
going
are
to say.
your breakout players for this season?
It has to be. I'll go offense and defense.
Sure.
Defense we'll start with because that's what topic we're on. It has to be Cole Bishop. If Cole Bishop cannot be our starting safety, starting the season,
De'Aaron Forrest.
then I'm not going to say we're in trouble.
You're in trouble if De'Aaron Forrest is your starting safety.
No, I mean, it wouldn't be Forrest. It would be DeMar. But
Okay, fair. I'd rather have DeMar than De'Aaron Forrest.
if Cole Bishop can't win a starting job over DeMar Hamlin after a full season of learning the playbook, I get it. He might not have been ready last year. He was we spent a 2nd round pick on him though, so you're kind of expecting that guy to be ready.
Yeah, but rookies move at different
Yeah.
paces. Like, something that annoys me, I'm sorry to cut you off, but something that annoys me a lot with certain fans is that they expect all rookies
Yeah.
to just get it
You're-
like
yeah.
that. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like,
Yeah.
it just simply doesn't.
But no, so the funniest thing, and it's really looking bad now, looking back on it. Oops, sorry. Just slammed the mic. When we drafted Cole Bishop in the 2nd round, and we were just talking about Mr. Dalton Kincaid, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
We drafted Cole
Were
Bishop.
they
both
the same class?
they weren't the same class. Bishop's a year younger,
Okay.
but Bishop had been starting since he was like a freshman at Utah.
Okay.
So he had gone up against Kincaid probably 1,000 times in practice. Kincaid, in his interview after we draft him, says to Brandon Beane, "Yeah, he got the best of me a lot." I don't know how to take that because Dalton Kincaid has really proven that he's not that good. So if you're beating up on a tight end that isn't really that good, how good are you as a safety?
I was about to say something I shouldn't say. It's like being up on the nerdy kid.
Yeah.
But I was about to say something different.
I
I think you
yeah.
could pick up what I'm putting down.
But it's just hearing that quote a year removed from us drafting Kincaid
After
was a
seeing
lot
how they
different.
both performs like, oh,
It's like, oh, was
we
Utah
might be-
was ranked?
We might be in trouble.
Utah was the top 10 team. Like, wasn't because of them.
No.
But no, I'm not gonna lose hope on Bishop. I just think he may have needed another year.
Which
Now-
again, which is fine. Rookie, not every
Now-
rookie just gets it like that.
If he doesn't start, that's when the red flags go up and the emergency flags go out there. We have Taylor Rapp on one side, but we need to. DeMar didn't even play bad last year.
He
It's
didn't.
just like
he really didn't.
it's just like you can't spend a 2nd round pick on a safety that you're expecting to be a starter for you, and he can't.
Yeah.
We've just done such a bad job.
I've always said I expect my first 3 round picks to either start or contribute greatly rookie year, and then develop into full-time starters
by week 2
by
week
their second season.
not
By their
week.
second season, I expect you to be a full-time starter.
Yeah. So defensively, Cole Bishop is my guy. Offensively, we've talked about it. It's got to be Keon. If Keon has a breakout season, the sky's the limit for this offense. If Keon can turn into a guy that is a threat for that receiving core, not only is he going to be playing better, but it's going to open up things for the guys that we're bringing in, who again I'm big fans of, like Palmer, Moore. That'll just open things up. Maybe Kincaid can catch an open pass because he can't catch contested ones.
Yeah.
So if he's open, maybe he'll catch.
I mean,
it.
I would even say that drop against the Chiefs. I would even say that was contested. Like it literally just
he had to come back to the ball. Yes,
sure, but you practice drills on that every day at practice.
Yeah.
Like
especially when you got the guy
you need to catch that.
in the league that scrambles the most, and not only scrambles but still makes the throw after he scrambles. You got to be ready for
I'm not gonna lie, when I saw that, and I know we're going completely off topic here. When I saw that ball in the air, I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was a pick. Like, because it was just such a high trajected ball.
So you have no idea how much emotional damage that Josh Allen has created as a Bills fan. I love the guy, but every time a ball, I don't think I've seen a quarterback other than maybe Russell Wilson on TV currently throw a ball so high that you can't see where it goes because it goes off the TV screen.
Yeah.
So you're just like, well,
you're literally just staring at
when's
the
it coming
camera
down?
Just pan across.
When's it coming down?
Across the
the receiver's open isn't going to get to him.
I feel you.
So, Keon, though. If Keon can take that next step, the offense has very high expectations.
I like that. How
about you? You got any guys that you're interested looking at as a outsider?
I mean, I've told you, I do not only want but expect Keon to take that next step. So I really am excited to see him, and I'm hoping he could take that next step.
Mm-hmm.
Defensively,
I mean, if you don't have an answer, you don't have
maybe not defensively, just because. Maybe not breakout play because he is a rookie, but I was high on TJ Sanders. Like I expect him to. Really
I mean, this could be more of a thing. A guy you're excited to see.
I'm excited to see TJ Sanders. I am, because I was a fan of his throughout the draft process, and especially with, not to say your defensive line struggles interiorly, but could definitely use some help.
Yeah.
I think he could be that help that you guys need. So Keon Coleman and TJ Sanders from your guys on the Bills, I'm definitely looking forward to watching this season and hearing how they do during training camp, because that is what this video is about.
And
it's how we expect training camp to go that leads to the season.
Well, guess what? You're going to have a lot of chances to see how it's going because we're also on Hard Knocks this year.
I completely forgot about that. That's perfect.
So we're going to get some very inside looks to how some of these
I always
go.
like the training camp offseason more than the
100%.
end season. I like the end season one a lot more before they made it into a whole division.
Yeah.
Like I felt like, I know last year was the first year doing it, but it wasn't as personable to me, so I wasn't as big as a fan. But obviously, since they'll be in my division this year, I'm kind of gonna have to watch it.
I can't wait for the world to fall in love with Deion Dawkins.
He's a cool guy. I haven't heard anyone say anything bad about Deion. He seems like a cool dude.
Yep.
All right, you got anything to say to wrap this up?
Nope. I think we covered everything.
For the first time in a while, I do not have a question. I will come better prepared tomorrow. It was a busy day today at work. But, yeah, that does it for us. We did a video exactly like this before the Commanders, where I answered.
Before the Bills.
No, because we just did the Bills.
Yeah, but before the Commanders. You said before the Commanders. We did a video like
this. My bad. Before we made this video about the Bills training camp, we made one about the Commanders training camp where I answer questions and we just talk about the top storylines for the Commanders. So make sure you look out for that. Watch that video. We would really appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share the video. We would greatly appreciate it. Follow us on TikTok and Twitter at PM Football Podcast. Thank you for everyone on TikTok. You guys have been supporting us greatly. The love, the hate, we take it all. We know
more so hate.
Yeah, a lot more hate than expected.
Not the people watching this video though. These are all the Josh Allen believers.
Yeah. Shout out to you. Hey, MVP was my MVP vote last year. We'll see if he goes. We'll see if he goes back to back. I would not be surprised if he does end up going back to back. He's not my current MVP vote.
I'll be honest with you. I would be.
Really?
I'll be.
And it's hard to go back to back.
Let's stop. That's the question. I would be shocked if he goes back.
I don't know, but I would be extremely impressed if he goes back to back.
I will be surprised for sure.
Who was the last back to back? Aaron Rodgers. a few years ago.
maybe.
I could be wrong, but at least to my memory, I think Aaron Rodgers was the last guy to
Pat
go back
didn't
to
do
back.
it, did he? No.
I don't think Pat.
'Cause
I think
Lamar
it
was
was like Pat
in
then
there.
Lamar, then
Yeah.
Pat and Lamar.
Yeah.
It was somewhere like that or something like that. I'm pretty sure the last back to back was Aaron Rodgers. If I'm not mistaken, did he go 3 in a row?
I don't think it was 3.
He either went 3 in a row or 3 out of 4, something like that. It was something crazy. His last few seasons in Green Bay was just ridiculous. But yeah, no, if he goes back to back, I don't know if I wouldn't be surprised. I would just be extremely, extremely impressed.
Mainly because, like,
that's not easy to do, man.
well, I think it's people are just kind of if he does what he did last year, people are just like, oh, okay, like we expect this. Because like we
I don't know about all that.
We had a whole other video about this the other day about the top 10 quarterbacks we
Give
did.
that a look.
Yeah, check that out
Give
for
that
us
a
for
look.
sure. The whole reason why I said Josh Allen's the number 1 quarterback in the league right now is because he has changed the way that he plays quarterback and how he operates. He doesn't turn the ball over to the extent that he did. Now, if he does it again this year, I think people are just going to be like, yeah, like he did last year.
I disagree with you because Lamar played better last year was probably Lamar's best season of his career, and he didn't win MVP. Not saying he deserved it. I'm just saying that it was probably his best season of his career last year, and he still didn't win it. So I think even if Josh Allen still performs the way he did last season, I think it just depends how the other quarterbacks and players perform.
Yeah, because I mean,
we will judge.
Again, another video we did, early season
predictions
Yep.
Give
for awards.
that a look. That was a fun one.
I think we both picked them. Did we
I don't-
not?
For Josh Allen or Lamar?
I picked Burrow as my MVP.
You did. Who did I pick as my MVP?
It wasn't
Lamar.
Burrow?
I think it was Lamar.
Okay.
Lamar may have been my early preseason pick for MVP.
But the whole reason I go with Burrow is because he's never won it. And if he does what he did last year, but they actually have success, I don't think there's any reason why he doesn't get it. But, again, I'd be shocked if Josh does win MVP again. Do I hope he does? Obviously.
I mean, obviously.
But I don't know.
Once again, thank you guys for watching. We really appreciate it. We'll see you next week.
See ya.